Peace and hello, everyone. I'm Travis Vaughn from COLOMBE Coffee. I'm coming to you from Labo Cafe in Williamsburg, literally the best smelling place in all of Brooklyn. It's so early right now, I'm in need of good coffee. Luckily for us, today I'm going to show you how to make the perfect espresso. So first and foremost, I'd like to give a thank you to our friends at Labo, the connoisseurs of everything that smells good. Much like us at La Colombe, the team at Labo is committed to a craft. From fine fragrances to skin and hair care, and yes, even coffee, our friends at Labo are chasing perfection in the craft of fragrance making. Also, the space is inspiring, to say the least. All right, let's get into it. Let's fling some Spro. This is how you brew an espresso. We live by a motto around here, and that's mind your grind. And that applies to life just as much as espresso. A small adjustment in your grind can drastically change what you get on the other end. Espresso brewing can be done with any coffee of any roast profile or origin. If the coffee tastes good, chances are the espresso will taste good. Now, the flavor and the nuance of our espresso is directly correlated to the coarseness or fineness of our coffee grind particle size. Smaller, finer particles will compress tightly together, making the water flow through it much slower. Larger particles have more space between them, packed more loosely, where water can flow through it much quicker. Low extraction time, or under extraction, is under 20 seconds. This will result in an espresso that tastes sour, salty, underripe, and sharp. Over extraction is over 30 seconds and will result in an espresso that tastes bitter, dry, and acrid. So a standard espresso recipe will look something like 17 in, 34 out, in about 23 seconds. Dialing in is strategically adjusting the variables and parameters of our espresso to balance out the flavors and the strength. Now let's talk tamping. The goal behind tamping is getting a level, even, replicable pressure on your coffee punk. Now this tamp is special to me. I got this almost 7 years ago when I started this job, and it's the one thing I've managed to not lose. So we're gonna insert the portafilter into the group head. We wanna activate the group head immediately, starting the flow of the water. While the espresso shot's pulling, we're gonna observe the flow rate and stop the group head once we get to our desired yield. While brewing, the espresso should look like warm, rich, golden honey. When your scale reaches about 1 to 2 grams short of your desired yield, stop the shot and allow the residual drips to bring your espresso up to the desired weight. Once brewed, we want to serve the espresso immediately, or use it as the base for an espresso-based drink. Now, before I get nerdy about it, whenever I taste espresso, my first thought is, was that pleasant? Would I take another sip, or do I need to put it down? A well-crafted espresso is super intentional. It should coat the entire mouth with a velvety sweetness, and espresso is life, so always aim for that sweet spot. It's bold, it's chocolatey, it's sweet on the end. Perfect shot of espresso, make your morning. That's all I've got for you today, and I deeply appreciate your time and attention. We're the last link in an impossibly long chain. We owe it to the hands that grew this coffee to nail this piece of it. And shout out to our friends at Labo for having us in their beautiful space. Now I gotta bring some of these fragrances home. I'm Travis from COLOMBE Coffee, wishing you safe and intriguing travels, and I'll catch you next time.